Ernest Borgnine, born as Ernest Borgnine on January 24th, 1917, in Hamden, Connecticut, emerged as one of Hollywood's most respected actors. The son of Italian immigrants, Borgnine grew up in a working-class family where values such as discipline, hard work, and resilience were instilled in him. His parents' separation during his youth, along with a brief period living in Italy, provided him with a cultural richness and a deep understanding of struggle that would later be evident in his on-screen portrayals. After high school, Borgnine enlisted in the United States Navy at the age of 18, serving for over a decade, including during World War II. His military service was an important formative experience, shaping him into a man of discipline, loyalty, and camaraderie. Borgnine often spoke fondly of his time in the Navy, which gave him a sense of direction and purpose. Transition from Navy to acting, Borgnine's career beginnings. After his time in the Navy, Borgnine was uncertain about his future, having no formal training in acting. It was his mother who recognized his potential and encouraged him to try his hand at acting. What began as a tentative exploration quickly blossomed into a full-fledged passion. Borgnine honed his craft in theater, gaining experience at the Barter Theater in Virginia before making his way to Broadway. His rugged build and unique gap-toothed grin made him a standout on screen, often cast as tough villains or blue-collar characters in his early career. However, Borgnine proved he was more than just a tough guy actor. His breakthrough came in 1955 with the film Marty, a poignant drama about a lonely butcher. His honest, human portrayal of the character won him the Academy Award for Best Actor, cementing his place in cinema history. Rise to fame, Borgnine's breakthrough. Role in Marty Ernest Borgnine's career reached a turning point with his role in the 1955 film Marty. In this small-budget drama, Borgnine played the titular character, a lonely Bronx butcher who struggles with feelings of inadequacy and the search for love. His raw and heartfelt portrayal of Marty, a man seeking self-worth and connection, earned critical acclaim. Borgnine's performance resonated deeply with audiences, marking a significant departure from his earlier roles as a villain or tough guy. His win at the Academy Awards for Best Actor that year solidified his place in Hollywood and showcased his ability to play complex, deeply human characters. The success of Marty marked the beginning of a long and varied career for Borgnine, one that would span over 6 decades and include an impressive range of roles in different genres. Diverse roles and versatility in film and television. Borgnine's career continued to flourish as he took on a wide range of roles in films across various genres. He starred in gritty war films such as From Here to Eternity, 1953, and action-packed adventures like The Dirty Dozen, 1967. His ability to portray tough, heroic characters with depth made him a staple in war and action films. However, Borgnine also demonstrated his versatility by starring in westerns like The Wild Bunch, 1969, proving he could handle a wide array of roles. His career expanded into television in the 1960s with the hit comedy series McHale's Navy, where he portrayed the lovable and mischievous Lieutenant Commander Quentin McHale. The role endeared him to a new generation of fans, showcasing his comedic chops and expanding his already diverse portfolio. The infamous marriage to Ethel Merman, Borgnine's third marriage, was perhaps the most notorious of his personal life. In 1964, he married legendary Broadway singer and actress Ethel Merman. Known for her larger-than-life personality, Merman was a formidable presence in Hollywood, and her marriage to Borgnine was explosive from the start. Their personalities were both headstrong and fiery, leading to a notoriously brief marriage that lasted only 42 days. The split was so acrimonious that Merman left an entire page blank in her autobiography when discussing their marriage, a silent but telling gesture. Borgnine's longtime friend and co-star Tim Conway humorously attributed the marriage's failure to the explosive chemistry between the two, saying, "Ernie is volatile, and Ethel was a very strong lady. 2 bombs in a room, something is going to explode." Later marriages, stability, and family life. After the highly publicized and tumultuous marriage to Merman, Borgnine's 4th marriage to Donna Rancourt in 1965 brought him more stability. Their marriage lasted until 1972 and produced 3 children: daughters Sharon, 1965, and Diana, 1970, and son Christopher, 1969. Borgnine took great pride in his role as a father, often speaking fondly about the joy his children brought him, even when his marriages faltered. His 5th marriage, to Tove Trees, in 1973, would prove to be the longest and most successful. Tove, a Norwegian-born businesswoman and cosmetics entrepreneur, provided Borgnine with a sense of calm and stability. Their relationship lasted nearly 4 decades, and Tove became Borgnine's steadfast partner, supporting him through the ups and downs of his career. Borgnine's candid honesty and dislike for certain actors. Ernest Borgnine was known for his candid and no-nonsense personality, which extended to his opinions on certain actors. While he formed lasting friendships with many of his co-stars, he was unafraid to speak his mind when it came to those he didn't get along with. One of the most notable figures Borgnine openly disliked was Frank Sinatra. Despite respecting Sinatra's musical talent, Borgnine found him arrogant and dismissive of others. Borgnine once commented that Sinatra thought he was superior to everyone else, a sentiment that lingered throughout their careers. The animosity between the two was well known in Hollywood circles, and Borgnine never softened his stance even as they grew older. Conflict with John Wayne and other Hollywood legends. Borgnine also had his share of clashes with other Hollywood legends, notably John Wayne. While he respected Wayne's on-screen persona, he often found the actor's off-screen demeanor difficult to tolerate. Borgnine described Wayne as domineering and dismissive of those he considered beneath him. Their differing personalities led to a strained working relationship, with Borgnine admitting that it often felt like walking on eggshells when working with Wayne. Despite this, Borgnine acknowledged that Wayne could be charming at times, though their clashes left a lasting impression on him. Similarly, Borgnine expressed irritation with Dean Martin, feeling that Martin did not take acting seriously and coasted on his charm rather than putting in the hard work. Admiration for colleagues and the importance of professionalism. While Borgnine was outspoken about the actors he disliked, he was equally open about those he admired and respected. He held actors like Spencer Tracy, Bette Davis, and his McHale's Navy co-star Tim Conway in high regard for their professionalism, talent, and kindness. Borgnine's praise for these actors contrasted sharply with his criticisms of others, emphasizing his belief in hard work and dedication to the craft of acting. For Borgnine, it was not just about being talented, it was about being professional and respectful toward colleagues, especially those working behind the scenes. His willingness to speak openly about his dislikes, along with his glowing praise for those he admired, added to his reputation as an actor who was both honest and unafraid to call things as he saw them. Borgnine's legacy and final years. Despite his outspoken nature, Ernest Borgnine was beloved for his authenticity and for bringing a sense of grounded realism to his roles. As he aged, Borgnine continued to work, but also enjoyed a quieter life, reflecting on his long and colorful career. In a 2008 interview, the 91-year-old Borgnine was asked about the secret to his longevity, and with a twinkle in his eye, he responded humorously, "I masturbate a lot." Borgnine's humor and candor remained a defining feature of his personality, even in his later years. He passed away on July 8, 2012, at the age of 95 from renal failure, leaving behind a lasting legacy as one of Hollywood's most memorable and versatile actors. The end of an era, Borgnine's passing and legacy. Ernest Borgnine's death marked the end of an era in Hollywood. Known for his versatile roles in classic films like Marty and The Dirty Dozen, Borgnine's career spanned over 6 decades, making him one of the most respected and beloved figures in entertainment. His honesty, professionalism, and larger-than-life personality made him a favorite among fans and colleagues alike. As an actor, he was known for his ability to bring depth and humanity to every role, and as a person, he was admired for his candidness and warmth. Borgnine's legacy continues to endure through his iconic roles, and his memory lives on as a true Hollywood legend.